Alright, boys!
会長ですか?
Yes, sir, welcome back to another video. For this one, we're going to make a short intro. If you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe up. It helps out a ton. Leave a like on this video. I'll set this up a little higher than usual because I'm going to need your help on this one. Let's see if we can crack a fat 400 likes. Smack that like button if you haven't already. But again, you've seen the title. We're talking about Grand Cross because everyone's first of all talking about it. Second, everyone's been asking me the same question of, yo, what's happening here? Yo, are you quitting now too? Yo, are you burnt out? How is it going for you? All of those I have been receiving. Plus, a lot of people scared that Grand Cross is dying or that it's coming to the end or whatever. Those are currently what people have been asking me, telling me. So quickly to answer the title, answer the question for you guys. No. Grand Cross currently is going to continue on for a while. I will say a year farther. They have content. They have new players coming in. Yes, that is the case. For all the players, for other players, it is the case that, yeah, they're receiving the burnout. They're receiving the thing of there is nothing in the game anymore to do that is enjoyable, right? It's become more of a chore, a job, a hassle, right? That's practically what the game's been. And today, we're just going to be talking about this entire thing. Just want to make this clear for you guys. But yeah, you guys might have seen a video like this from me a week ago. I talked about how Grand Cross was in trouble, right? I talked about this, and when I made that video, a lot of you guys agreed with me, but there was a decent, and when I say decent, there was a large amount of people that said I was wrong, that said I was just saying things, I'm not enjoying the game because of some, I don't know, they had some reasons for it, right? You can tell right here, that video had this, yeah, you can see, right? A lot of people disagree with what I had to say, but just a few days later, right? I made that video 7 days ago, and just yesterday, you seen that, yeah, Seaton, the whale himself, the big boy himself, is officially burnt out of the game. Yeah, there's everyone is experiencing this. Sure, maybe creators won't say it to you right now. Now more people are coming out and saying the same thing of, yeah, the game is they're getting burnt out. Recently, you know, it has been the case that it's no longer fun for a lot of people. And when I say a lot, it's a lot of people. When I made that video last week and when I talked about it, I could tell that yes, we're in a bad position right now because you have My Hero Academia dropping. I played the other version of it, and you've seen that most of the creators, or a lot of creators, have been uploading on that game now because it's a very enjoyable game, right? There's so much content in it. It has its own problems, but overall, there is a lot of things to do in that game in comparison to Grand Cross right now, right? We have nothing to do at this moment in time, right? You could say a lot of things. Yes, I haven't completed Tower Trials. Yes, I haven't done a lot of things. Sure, most of the stuff really left in the game is tedious. It's just, you know, go complete this, go complete that. Right now, I've been only doing my dailies recently, right? It has been the thing for me, and a lot of people will agree with me on this. And if you're not agreeing with me on this, go enjoy the game, right? Just enjoy the game. It's going to be fine. If you do not feel that there's a problem with it, have fun with it. Yes, NetMarble needs to change a lot of things. PvP has been the same since launch. Yes, JP has been slacking recently. Yes, Global's been rushing. A lot of things going into the same thing of, yeah, you're going to lead to, you know, burnout. A lot of people are going to be not enjoying the game no longer. You're going to have whales, you know, giving up because it's like they invest so much into a game that doesn't, you know, care really. Like, again, you could say a lot of things. There could be a counter argument to everything I have to say here, but this is just how I feel on it. If you don't agree with me, yeah, I'm sorry. That's just how it is. But again, there is the point of, yeah, you do experience burnout for a lot of things, but let me tell you now, when I played Grand Cross for a while, I never experienced burnout. Recently, after this double collaboration, or even before the double collaboration, I was just feeling it, right? After, what is it, Escanor, I was like, okay, I just summoned on Escanor, I got Assault Melee, I summoned on Assault Melee, then it was like Festival Merlin, I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna get into that? I had to grind excessively, got enough, I summoned on Festival Merlin, then I was like, bet, now I have some time, I can enjoy with these units, build them up. Guess what? Double collaboration. I was like, hell no, how am I keeping up with this? Then I went through the two collaborations, and then I kind of got burnt on both banners, right? I went down to nothing. I literally have 300 gems left now. I got destroyed on my ReZero summons. I got destroyed on my Stranger Things summons. And now it's like, okay, I really only play now for dailies. I just do my dailies. I record a video here and there. I upload it. I go on. I play My Hero now. I play other games. I kind of switch up to other gacha games. There are some fun ones out. And yeah, a lot of you guys can say in my comment section on my last video when I mentioned My Hero, a lot of you guys said, dude, that game is dog crap. It's definitely not going to take any players. That game is definitely not the same player base or anything like that. But if you've played My Hero, it's not that bad. It's actually a very enjoyable game. And yes, it did do a decent amount of damage to Grand Cross. Again, I do run multiple Knighthoods, and yes, the Knighthoods took a dip right when, you know, My Hero dropped. And yes, you can go all over my comment section on all my videos. There are so many people quitting the game, And like recently, because when have creators come out and say yes, the game is in a little bit bad of a position, then it leads to the same point of more people want to quit because of that. Again, the game is not dying. It is not dying anytime soon. It will continue onwards, but it will lose majority of the OG player base, the big boys, the people that have summoned, the people that have played for so long. Yes, they're going to continue to get on new players, but those new players will get fed up at a point where they'll just give up too, right? Because for new players joining the game at this moment in time, it must be impossible to play, right? You have banners after banner. You have to go and get your units soon to level 90. There is no longer a thing of the comeback banner, right? When you started back then, you had a comeback banner that lasted like 2 months. I wonder how, new players are dealing with the game. It must be very, very difficult at some point, because again, you gotta get to level 80, then you gotta get to level 90, then you gotta Super Weekend 5, then you don't have like the gems from these bundles, right? You don't have the gems from, these Stranger Things update, you don't have the 300. If you start at that point, you're good, but starting the game today, yesterday, the day before, again, you're at that point of it's a little bit more difficult, and again, it's a gacha game. You can say whatever. And also, when it comes to PvP, that's low-key just become whale territory, right? You can't honestly do that good unless you go and whale out on every unit possible. Whaling out on 6/6 units, right? Like, you have to get 6/6 Esconar to go up as high as possible in PvP, right? To get to the very, very top of that, you're gonna have to do that, right? That is practically how it's happening now, how the game has become. Currently, I have 1 team built up or 2 teams built up. I'm free to play, right? Those are my main teams, right? Then I have side teams that aren't fully built up. Cosmetics aren't maxed out. All of these things aren't maxed out. That is how far I can make it, right? Sure, I don't know how people are able to get so many cosmetic pieces in their hands. I currently have 8 sets of max cosmetic pieces, and I can't get any more. That's literally my max I've hit. I've been trying to farm with a new daily system that's been added. That's helped out a little bit. But again, overall, it's been a little bit more difficult to play the game. Yes, you can disagree. Yes, you can agree. Go on whichever side you want to. And then if you move it on, there are so many pieces of content we still haven't gotten, right? They talk about it. They always say, JP mentioned how Guild Wars would open up to a lot of more people. And currently they open up to 4 more guilds every time they update. So if we keep it up at that rate, maybe next year we'll all get Guild Wars. Sure, again, that is whale territory, whatever you can say. But again, they could add some small game modes here and there. They could at least change it. It's been the same rinse and repeat, Grand Cross. It has for a while now. Sure, there are so many things that haven't caught an update. There are literally, Coin Shop has been dead, banners have been the same, unfeatured units have been crap. Then now we have at least we have a 2nd anniversary vote, and then with that too, you have people messing up the vote, voting for green counter melee, blue Zeldris. Sure, you can go say we need those units, bro. Vote for an OC. You can get blue counter or blue blue Zeldris and counter melee on a part 1 or part 2. Vote for OC units that probably won't return for months. It's better things you can do with it. Yes, there's a lot of things happening with Grand Cross. We have a 2nd year anniversary. Hopefully, I'm thinking maybe content creators or maybe, the community gets back into the game at that point, because it's going to be a very hyped time. I'm hoping that does happen. If it doesn't, though, we'll see. Yes, you can argue Grand Cross is fine. People are going to be joining the game as it is. You might just lose the veterans, the players that have played for a while. That's just how it's going to go. But again, for me, I'm going to continue playing the game. I'm going to continue enjoying it as much as I can. I will continue to create content on it because I do enjoy talking with you guys, hanging out, keeping you guys up to date, keeping you guys informed. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What side of the coin are you on? Again, also, when I do talk about most of these topics, I literally talk about it because I talk to you guys, right? I'm able to, go into the comment section. I always reply to people. I talk to them. I say, how is it going? How's the game for you? You enjoying? You vibing? You whatever? And again, the reason I made that last video when I talked about it was because no one's enjoying the game. The people that I talked to said that it's a hassle. I'm going to continue to grind and just, for the chance to get my favorite unit. I just summoned on ReZero, got nothing I wanted. Now I have what? I want to stay up for the 2nd anniversary. I'm at 0 gems. I had to do this. There's so many things, there's only so many problems for people. And yeah, they are real concerns. They are things. That is why I made that video, because I saw that, my community is reacting the same way. Then later down the line, you have content creators coming out and saying the same thing. You have more people coming out and saying the same thing. I called it. I said, this is going to happen. This is how it's leading out to be, because you have more games coming out, right? People don't have to stay with this game forever, right? They have the option to go and move to a different game. My hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, is getting a game. The solo leveling is made by NetMarble, so I guess you could say whatever. Demon Slayer is getting a console game and another game. Apparently, there is a new Again, this is a console game for what is it? Bleach. It's gonna be Bleach Brave Souls on console. They're gonna have what is that? I did say Demon Slayer has a console and a gacha game. There's so many other games, bro. How am I forgetting this? There's Counterside. Disgaea dropped again. MHA, as I mentioned, MHA just got another JP game, which is Ultra Impact. That's apparently getting a global launch as well really soon. So many games had the most hyped collaborations ever. They just had Kill la Kill. They just had Demon Slayer. One of them had just had what is it? What is that? Jujutsu Kaisen recently had one with a game. There's so many things happening with the gacha community. That is why, first of all, there are people shifting. There are people talking about it. There are people getting fed up with it because they found an alternative to Grand Cross, right? They now don't have to spend all of their time on one game. They can switch it up. Sure, people go back to Genshin. You can say Genshin's whatever. Sure, people go back to other gacha games. What other there is? There is Bleach, Dokkan. There's so many things they can go and play right now. Again, people say, yo, Grand Cross is the best out of all of them. But when you get fed up with the best, right, you just quit. You just move on. You don't even play gacha games. You're done. You're done with the game. You're done with everything with gacha. You move on. You leave, and boom. But there you go. There's my 10 cents on the entire matter. That is how I feel about it. I just feel like, it needs a little bit of a revamp. Not an entire thing of content. It just needs a revamp, bro. You got to make a little bit of changes to make it better. Yes, everyone experiences burnout. I mentioned that earlier. It's the same thing of I experienced it at this point. Most people experience it at this point because it's a thing of global just got like back-to-back things, back-to-back like banners and all of that. We all asked for content. They at least provided here and there with the content batches. We have a dead week here and there, and yes, while these dead weeks occurred, I did try out other games, and I found out they were way more enjoyable. That is currently why most people are feeling that burnout, because they've all tried different games, and they all enjoy those different games. But again, that is my 10 cents on everything. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Hopefully we can see some change with NetMarble. But again, at this rate, it feels like every week we say something to them, and it's the same thing. They do something, it feels good, then you realize that it was just something to appease you for like, what, an extra few days, a few weeks. Then it goes back to the same entire system of what it is, and you realize there isn't a change in the actual base game. It's the same base game that you've been playing, just rinse and repeat for what? I've been playing this for almost a year now, almost a year and a half, and it's like, GG's, boys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Laters.